Welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. How you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my Niger Watch family across the globe. You know my name is still Iman, and I am reporting live from Lagos, Nigeria. Good morning to each and every one of you already in the comment section. You guys are already engaging yourself in the comment section. I've been watching and I've good morning to each and every one of you on here. Good morning to those watching live and not in the comment section. Come on, guys, get into the comment section. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's have an engaging moment today. In the comment section, you have the link posted already. If you'd like to join to this broadcast, you know what to do. Just click on the link and you'll be right here to me. It's such a beautiful day here in Lagos. Everything is so beautiful, from the weather to the serenity. Everything is beautiful. It's beautiful over here. What is it like over there? I hope, yes, for those not at home, yeah, I'm also trying to pepper you. It's beautiful. The weather is just calm. It's good. It's good on here. Good morning to you, Mr. Let Go. Thank you for tuning in. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Emma. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to today's broadcast. What's
Thank
happening at
you.
your end? How is the weather over there?
Yeah, the weather is good. Only about 5 hours ago we have wind that blows in and out, but now the weather is very good. It's calm. It's okay. People can actually go out and enjoy themselves.
Oh, great. All right. Good. Just to live there. Mr. Lega, I'll come back to you in the course of the broadcast. Good morning and welcome again. Guys, please do not
Thank you.
forget to do the needful by liking this broadcast, sharing this broadcast, inviting someone and letting them know that Ima is right here and she's ready to go. Yes, thank you for doing that. And please, let's do the needful by liking this broadcast. Liking this broadcast. Thank you. Hi, Johnson Emmanuel. Welcome to today's broadcast. How are you doing? It's good to have you here. Good morning, Israel Asemuta. Good morning to you. Yes, Johnson. Thank you. Mommy Diaspora. Beautiful morning to you, Mama. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Doris Odion. Good morning to you. Thank you, Edo Lights. Good morning to you, sir. Chima Obi, hi, how you doing? Welcome to today's broadcast. Samson Scott, how you doing? It's good to have you here. Mary Kimade. So I noticed you come, you say good morning, and that's all I get to hear from you. Mary Kimade, I hope to have you as one of my panelists someday, and I hope to have an engaging section with you. Good morning, Sagobo. Hi, good morning. It's good to have you here. I've been looking forward to answering to your greeting. I saw when you typed it. Good morning. It's good to have you on this broadcast. Just to like to each and every one of you. It's good to know that you are fine, you are healthy, you are safe where you are, especially you are safe, and that's why you're here. It's really, really good to know and to be with you every day. Good morning to you, Father Evangelist, man of God. Thank you for being on this broadcast, sir. Thank you. It's good to have you here. Those watching, hi. I'm sure I said good morning to you. I'm saying it again. How you doing? It's good to have you here. Yes, you know I can see you, so I'm saying hello to you. I hope you're well. You are safe where you are. Thank you for being on this broadcast, Mr. Machiavelli. How you doing?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, Mrs. Ima, and thank you for having me. And also, I'm sending much love from this capital city, Centurion from Pluto. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All the love received, I appreciate. Good to have you on this broadcast, Mr. Machiavelli. Welcome. Brother Nice. Brother Nice. Good morning to you, sir. How you doing?
Good morning, Sister Emma. I'm fine. I hope you are fine too.
Yes, I am. I am in high spirits. I feel really good. Thank you for asking, Brother Nice. Welcome to today's
Miss
broadcast.
Mr. Mr. Machiavelli, you are not joking, or you overtake me this morning. What is happening?
Miss Brother Nice, well, I didn't know that's just coincidence. I'm sorry, sir.
These
It's
guys
good
are
to have you,
funny.
gentlemen, on the broadcast. Thank you. Mr. Collins, good day to you, Mr. Collins. Welcome to today's broadcast. How you doing, sir? Mr. Collins? All right, Mr. Kennedy, it's good to have you on today's broadcast. Good morning. Good evening to you, Mr. Kennedy. How you doing?
Good evening to you, madam, in the high spirit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy, and welcome to today's broadcast. Guys, please let's do the needful by liking this broadcast, sharing, inviting someone, and also do not forget to support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right in the comment section and doing the needful. Please, thank you very much. Let's dive right into the business of the day. Our first speaker for today is the punch. All right. Wike's romance with Tinubu's men rattles Amechi's base. Wike, desperate for alliance with Tinubu, wants protection after 2023. And that's from Rivers APC. Continuing on the riders, Amechi unhappy about Abe's closeness to Tinubu, says ex-ministers associate. Rivers governor free to join APC, and that's from Shitu. Wike articles loyalist trade blame. Looks like this is more than a crack. We cannot call this a crack in PDP. This is a division. This is like there's going to be an exit. Said yeah, this is like an exit of a strong party. I wonder how they are going to patch this up. Settle with ASUU now. Vice chancellors beg federal government. Diesel hike. NRC reduces Lagos Ibadan trips by 67%. FG inaugurates council to revive Ajaokuta orders. Nigeria spent $235 billion on phone importation. FG issues 1.9 million passports, inaugurates production center. 5 arrested over Owo attack. Governor warns kidnappers. That's some really good news from that quarter. Lagos Ibadan traffic. Miscreants rob motorists. Police deny abduction. Corona indicts regulatory bodies over Ikoyi building collapse. So, okay, there are strong indications that the Rivers State All Progressives Congress, led by immediate past Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi, is angry about the romance between the APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu's men and the Rivers State Governor Yemso Wike. Wike has in recent times been meeting with some APC chieftains, including Tinubu's allies. On Monday, the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu was invited by Wike to inaugurate a road project. The Rivers governor also invited former Governor Aliyu Wamako of Sokoto State and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, to inaugurate some projects in his state. And while it is moving stronger and stronger, the camp of Rotimi and Michi that is also creating a divide even in APC, as they feel like, yeah, knowing the relationship he has with the current governor of River State, they'll distance themselves from that. But I watched an interview a while back where this APC party member was saying if Wike is going to give us tickets, he's going to give us numbers in River State. Amechi would have to accept him because I mean we are all party men and we do things for the growth of the party. Now that is the most selfish talk I have ever heard, and with the way that the Wike and this APC people keep strengthening their bonds by even having public appearances and relationships, so to say, that it's bringing about a rift, a shift in even APC now. These two houses are divided against itself, and we know what the Bible says about a house that is divided against itself. We know that it will not stand. Let's take this other story. Lagos Ibadan traffic. Lately, the robbery on not just Lagos Ibadan Expressway, even on Third Mainland Bridge, Ogba, the robbery lately is alarming. It's back. Lagos State government, they did something. Yes, we applaud them for that. It stopped for a while, but now it's back and it's even stronger than and it's gaining, stronger guns. I don't know how these people are even getting their weapons. Where are they getting weapons from? States are crying out that they need weapons to fight insecurity, and people are using weapons, using guns to rob out there. And people are being robbed. People are rushing. If you stay in Lagos, you know that if you are working, you have to be out of the house 5, 4, 5 at most. So they've taken advantage of that time to rob. And what is the Lagos State Police doing about it? They need to do something better. I watched an interview on I think Sunrise Daily of I think Chamberlain had an interview with the IGP, and he said they are trying, that these things cannot totally eradicate these things from the state, as we know that it is a norm, but they are trying to reduce it as they did before. It is only coming back now, but now that answer was not even satisfactory. That's response. They need to swing into action. They are fixing the road. Julius Berger are fixing the road right now. They can have halogen lights. They can have security men patrol these places that are traffic prone. We know traffic prone areas in Lagos. I mean, in Lagos, yes, we know traffic prone areas. Have people there. One would think these are the things that they will begin to put in place. You cannot say the police cannot, or you can't have policemen there. Yes, you can have policemen there. Why are they on the road looking out for things that are not necessary? You can have them there. Um, 5 arrested over Owo attack. There was the other time after their traditional worshippers came out, and they said they did consulted their gods and all of that, and they said they apprehended those people, and nothing was heard of those people. And now the governor has said that 5 people have been arrested in connection to the church attack. One of these people is one of the people that had the jailbreak from Kuje prison recently. Now he went back to crime. He went back to his people. He was caught in the company of those people, although he did not partake in the massacre, church attack here, but he was found with this. So he was arrested. And one of them also is he did not uh, he did not physically join these people in attacking them, but he housed them. He gave these people shelter, residency, and all that. He was also apprehended. And the governor, it's good to know that things that happened, weeks ago, they are still working on it, which is not a common trait with these people. So it's good to know that there are results from that end. And FG issues 1.9 million passports. Like me, I've been trying to renew my international passport. They say shortage of paper. I'll go to Zamfara, I'll go to Sokoto, go to the north. You have it there because the demand is very low there, so they have it there, or like other places, and it has been an issue. So this is like good news to know that we have enough booklets now. So you just have to follow the process, and it's a good thing now that you can fast track your passport procession. You can't fast track it. There's a process, there's a structure to that. When you pay, the computer they are giving a date automatically, not a one-on-one person or man no man anymore. So yes, good news in that direction. What other story do we have here to take? Okay, and then I would like for us to talk about this Aja Okuta. I don't know who has been following this story, but the federal government just inaugurates council to revive. You know how many times they've been reviving Aja Okuta? It almost looks like when they're ready to siphon money, that is when they go and rev every time. If Aja Okuta no be revive, would they not leave it and move on to other projects? There are other things that demands urgent attention right now than doing the same project over and over and over and over again. Honestly, I don't see anybody coming to probe these people, because what do you want to probe? You have virtually everything to probe if you want to follow these people. Every project that they put out there is highly questionable. Please, let's move to the next paper, and that's Daily Sun. Over church massacre, masterminds arrested. On the riders, we have how they were nabbed. CDS. Akeredolu confirms arrest of 5 suspects. If you want more on that story, or if you want all of the story, go to page 29. And here we have UN report. Kanu's lawyer writes UK 6 updates on efforts to free IPOB leader. Nigeria will remain one, Buhari says self-centeredness that led to civil war must not repeat itself. Abuja not under terrorist siege. That's from Irabo. Alt brain drain, Buhari charges health minister. As FG disburses 100 billion naira to pharmaceutical manufacturers. Wike bemoans lack of effective leadership in Nigeria. He has banned everyone from campaigning for Atiku in Rivers, Senator Moeba. State PDP dismisses claim. They keep living in denial, I tell you. Gyration video not intended to mock Tinubu pirate confraternity says it has no preferred candidate. I don't know. I mean, that was very glaring for us to see. You can't come out, and that's supposed to be a reputable uh institution. I mean, they are registered under CAC, so they are seen as one. And how can you come out to wait? You guys need to like this broadcast. Please like the broadcast. Do the needful by liking this broadcast, or we go on a very long break. Please, thank you very much. Okay, so this is not what you would expect. We thought they were brazen enough to have done that. Nigerians commended them, and now they are going back on their words and saying that the video is not intended to mock Tinubu. I mean, who else has such a description currently? Rap summon finance minister demand oil subsidy claims documents. Oil theft serious threat to Niger Delta says Diri as FG team visits Bayelsa. This is one this finance minister, she's almost like the strongest woman in Africa or in the entire world. They get to probe her, and nothing is done. She never comes correct with her anytime she's coming for probing or to give account. Ministers clash as Buhari suspends $418 million Paris Club refund. Yes, yeah, we'll move to Tribune. Tribune. And any story I've taken before, I won't bother going back. Okay, we've taken the Owo Church massacre. Um, yes, the Summon Finance, we've taken that. We've taken that. Serena set to retire. Yes, the table tennis champ is set. She said she's going to be partaking in the US Open, and after that, that's where she would, you know, doff her heart on that. She's moving on to greater things, moving on to other things, moving on to other careers. EFCC arrests 47 for alleged internet fraud in Ibadan, Lokoja. APC to commence presidential campaigns September 28th. Okay, and the last paper for today is a Vanguard. PDP crisis. Excuse me. PDP crisis. Party leadership. Wike in stand-up. Okay, we've basically taken all the papers here. Yes, we've taken all the papers here. So, Mr. Ledgo, thank you for waiting. And let's talk about let's talk about uh, the ASUU. Yes, we still have to talk about ASUU. It's over 6 months now, and the vice chancellors are begging. Do you think that what do you think that can be done to make the federal government even pay attention to these people?
Yeah, thank you, Emma. This also issue about 2 days ago. Um, um, I watched the interview with Kayamu. So in that interview, Kayamu said that they have two bodies. They have AXU and they have another body. I have forgotten the short name, but he said that they have refused to register them. So but the main thing that is really going on is that we have so many private universities in Nigeria today. So you will notice that so many of these people, their children are all in private universities. So some schools are on, but the one that is public, the one that is an average Nigerian parents, where their children is, so those ones are really the ones that are into this sit 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 at home for so much long now. So because of that, they don't really FG don't really put more power to see what is going inside this ASU stuff because Kayamu was making an argument that if they endorse the other group, that APSU will not be relevant anymore. but they decided not to do. So he always trying to defend the reason why ASUU have to go back to school. He said that Nigerian parents have to beg ASUU to go back to the class. That even though if they want him to kneel down, that he can kneel down to beg ASUU. But then I asked him, okay, you can kneel down so that Nigerians will see you that you have done that. But he refused. So,
Yeah.
so all this scenario of a thing, lies upon lies upon lies upon lies. The thing is, it's fact. The federal government have to merit the agreement. They have to. They know why they are dodging. Okay, they know, and because of all their children are in these private schools that we have today, because in a state, just count every state, check how many private schools owned by these politicians. You will see that these are where their children in. So for this house of thing, it will continue. It will continue, and the only way this ASUU of a thing is gonna be resolved is that if all the parastatals join this strike, because I have seen this government that they know what our problem is, but they don't want to do anything like insecurity. Look at this war issue. Okay,
Mr. Lego, please wrap up your submission so I move on to some other person.
Okay. So this insecurity in Nigeria, if Nigerian government under this APC want to put a stop to it, they will do that, but they choose not to. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Lego. Mr. Machiavelli.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ima. Thank you once again
Yes,
for having me.
yes,
And a
yes,
special
Mr.
greeting to our
Machiavelli.
mommy diaspora. And mommy, thank you very much for being there for us.
I want to ask you, Mr. Machiavelli. I don't know. Yes, have you stayed in the city of Lagos before? Have you been resident here? So even 1 month. Have you stayed in
Yes,
Lagos?
I have
Okay,
been.
so you
Yes,
have
I
an
have been.
idea of what the traffic looks like.
Yeah, especially when it comes to the beggar, Ujudu beggar.
Yeah, closing hour from 4, everywhere
Yes.
is standstill. Some
And every
places
Friday, you
now.
don't want the redeemed,
Oh
you don't
yeah,
want that
oh
church to
yeah.
go.
You fully have an idea now with this, and so imagine when they are robbing in traffic. It happens for a long time. Nobody does anything. The most people get to do, they come out of their vehicles and they start running. It is now so bad. Like their footage, their reportage of robbery yesterday, this morning. It's almost like they have a time and nobody's doing anything. So you're leaving your house and you're wondering, do you get up? How do you think that this can be curbed? I know you stay in a civilized country. If you can just share a bit of the ideas from what you've seen and how it can be implemented here to curb those road robbery and all of that.
Right. First and foremost, you have to ask the government of Lagos State, what are you doing with the taxpayers' money? We have a government who is there also doing a campaign. And right now, he was in Port Harcourt yesterday inaugurating a flyover bridge. These are the place where they said they have been putting in resources and Lagos has been a Dubai. The failure of our government starts number one. First of all, when you have a road, something like that, you need to figure out another channel where commuters can always go. Lagos is a busy and it's an economic city of the country. We need to have more roads. And when we talk of more road, we need to have when you talk about big roads like very large so that the commuters can able to move, because goods and services they always go from there. So anything that has to do with an economic city, you need to have good and effective road. And how, first of all, especially that Ojodu beggar, they also need a kind of flyover there. So that is one thing they need to know, because if you don't have a good roads in major city where it's an economic city, there's every tendency that things are going to get worse there. So it looks like where you have a place like Abuja, London, or Paris, roads there, they are very effective. Especially places like Lagos, a lot of people live there, and you see them running around, and this give rise to all sort of things like people stealing from commuters because there are no good roads. And I remember the last time I visited Nigeria, I was in that beggar Ojodu. It was so bad that from that beggar, immediately you go to Lagos to Ikeja. There was no way to go to the international airport. On the highway, we were walking on the highway, just moving around cars because we're tired of sitting down in the car. We started moving, just walking with the cars. That's to tell you how bad it is. So what are we trying to say here is we don't have a government. What we need to do is to have an effective government that first of all tackle the road problem and make sure we have what you call street lights. Most of the street lights are not working, and it's very bad also, and that can cause accidents because some of these passengers don't even have headlights. Some of the cars don't even have headlights, especially you have the Molue and the rest. They don't have it, so a lot of commuters are going to die because of accident. These are hazards that are going to cause a lot of damages to the commuters. So a lot of things need to be put in place. And also, we need to put in a traffic cops in there to regulate traffic. If we cannot have, what's it called, the traffic lights, we can't have the road walking. Then we put in the traffic cops so that they can regulate traffic because that place is so bad. I feel bad for the commuters anyway.
Those ones they work daytime, they close at night.
And this is the problem because you cannot have it. This is an economic city. This is the thing we're talking about here because the goods and services are moving into these places every day. So you don't expect this place to be bad. So it will be bad for the commuters and it will be bad for the citizens.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your opinion on this. Thank you. Brother Nice, welcome to this broadcast again. How best do you think we can curb this traffic robbery in Lagos, I guess in other states too, but particularly in Lagos, because this is close to me. This is what I see this is what I see, and this is what is predominantly even in the news.
Yeah, thank you once again for having me. Machiavelli makes some point that is very valid, like building a flyover bridge, street lights. Those are very valid points. If it's a place like Western World here, what the governor is supposed to do, or I don't know if we have mayor in Lagos State, or if it's only governor we have, what he's supposed to do as the chief security of the state, he's supposed to put a temporary post in all those dangerous places where all those armed robbers used to operate. Temporary post, a police station.
Okay.
He has to put some temporary police station in all those places. So like in Western world, yeah, that's what they do. In any area where there's a lot of touts or criminals, so the government they will take some temporary stations to all those areas. So those police can be there. They will station there for some, let me say, like 6 months, like 1 year, 6 months to 1 year. They will be there. Try to monitor the situation of that area. As far as report is coming from that area that there are some elements of criminals there, that is what the police is supposed to do, and street lights, and they need to create some security outfit in that area, in that environment. All those okoko, where all those places that is hideout for criminals, they need to go all those places, put some temporary stations in all those places to monitor all those activities of criminals. That is how they tackle crime in other countries, in a civilized country. So a place like Lagos supposed to do the same thing. You cannot be getting a report that in this place there are some armed robbers that operate in traffic, then you will not do anything about it. Meaning that government is not working. Thank you for this. I thought that noise is gone.
And there's even a little controversy regarding the one that happened yesterday because the police force denied that anything of such happened. But you know, we live in a time where when something is happening, people have their phones and recording. So there are footage from what happened yesterday, even when the police are denying that nothing of such happened. So now we don't even know if if they are you know being relaxed about it, or they don't have what it takes to even fight this. I don't know if that's even the problem, or as they say, oh, okay. Just a while back, they said they arrested some people who have the police uniform. They're like fake police. So, because there are complaints of how they are in a place, and okay, there's a robbery that happened. One of these attacks. One of the people that was running away ran and mistakenly bashed this supposed police officer, and the police officer beat him up, and now they've come out to say that's a fake police officer, that the source for where they get their uniform from and all of that. So well, from what I get from the news, I don't know, it's like the police are not putting in efforts to combat this. That's what I
The,
think.
the, yeah, you see our military, our police, the problem they have, they are still living in deceit, in denial. That's the problem they have. They don't come clean. If you fail as a police, if you fail in your duty, just admit to the people that this place we have failed. Then we will try to make sure that we meet up to the expectation of the people. That's how police works. But our police will fail, and they will try to tell the people that they are right. Eh? Our military, this look at Irabo, the same thing. That one will still come out in his failure. He will still try to tell Nigerians that they are doing well. That is the problem. And Nigerian police, our security outfit, that's the problem they just have. They don't want to say that they have already failed in their duty. They don't want to admit, you know, this area that you are talking about now, they have already failed in that area. But if you ask them, they will tell you that they are built up to their expectation that nothing is happening there, that there's no stuff, there's no robbery there. You know, that is just the problem. This our police outfit, the problem they have. Look at a country where a military will beat a police to death. What do you expect? Eh? A policeman will beat a civilian to death. Military will beat a policeman to death. It's just a country of violence, a country of chaos, you know. So I just hope that this their mentality of violence, they will change it first. They need to repent. All these our leaders, these our police, they need to repent from their attitude. If not,
All right.
that's why I told you that day that that country is like God have forgotten that country. I just pray for God to help that country.
All right, brother Nice. Amen. I tell you, brother Nice, God has not forgotten us. Rather, He has given us another chance. Thank you for that. Let's. I'm sorry, but who's? Yes, Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins. Mr.
Uh,
Collins, what do you think? What's your contribution to how best the Nigerian police can help the people? Please, your
good,
submission in just 2 minutes, because we have another topic to deliberate on.
okay. Good morning, my lovely sister Emma. Sorry, when you called me, I wasn't around. I went to pick up something. You understand? Sorry for that.
All right, sir.
For about when it comes to insecurity in Nigeria, I think the best way Nigeria can solve the insecurity, we are talking about police, is state police. Because you can't bring somebody from Akwa Ibom to come and do police in Imo State where he don't even know a place. There's some villages you don't even know the language. You can't even communicate with them. I think state police is the best thing until Nigeria start to talk about state police. That is the only way insecurity can be able to digest when it comes to security in Nigeria, because it's easy for somebody who is from your state to be able to interact with you than somebody who comes from outside. That's a two different thing. And somebody who comes from that the same state know where to find the bad people, know where to go, know where to chase them. Because you can't bring somebody from north to come to east to come to chase people. It's impossible. It's not going to be happening. So until we start deceiving ourselves by using this federal police, we are not getting anywhere. Until we start using state police, when the
All right.
Nigeria implements state police, that is when insecurity can be able to digest in a little bit than how it is now.
All right. Thank you for that, Mr. Collins. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's move on to Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, how best do you think that the Nigerian police can help the society combat these road robbers?
Well, thank you very much, and thank you to the viewers. I have a little bit different perspective. You see, I think the Nigerian, I don't know, the institution that is having that responsibility of determining the unemployment rate of the country. They said employment rate of Nigeria unemployment rate is about 35%, and the underemployment is another maybe 30% too. That would be up to about 70 or close to 70%. And if you look at it, if you are not economical with the truth, you know that actually unemployment rate is up to 85%. And if you look at a society where unemployment rate is about 80% or even just 30%, you find out what are the police going to be able to do in that situation. So these people that are unemployed, what do we expect them to do? You see, we are churning out students from the universities, polytechnics, colleges of education, and even secondary schools. Every year, thousands and millions of students are graduating and they don't have anything to do. What do we expect them to do? It's not going to be easy. We don't have to always blame the police. The police, they are overwhelmed. Because the society, even in Japan here, I'm not very sure the unemployment rate is up to 5%. If the unemployment rate is up to 10%, Japan will be destabilized in less than 2 months. And so the safety is applicable to all these developed countries. The government has to put in place how do they employ people. They should set up industries, factories, and working places for people to work and earn their living. You see, this money they are using to buy their farms and all this money that is monies that are being embezzled by, I don't know if it's pension people or whatever, somebody embezzling 110 billion. If they can put all this money into use and, start manufacturing manufacturing companies, give us jobs, make rules and everything so that these people can go to work. You don't want somebody that has no food to eat to stay at home. You want them to die, they will definitely go to the street and look for something to a crime to commit and get something to eat. I am not supporting criminality, crimes and criminalities, but we have to take a holistic approach to fighting criminality. We have to start from the grassroots, give them jobs, create jobs for the populace, and see if it will not. That's what Mr. Obi said. If you create jobs, the insecurity will be reduced. So that is what is happening. The police are overwhelmed. The military, they are overwhelmed. What are they supposed to do? If you go to the street on Monday morning, you go to the street, you're driving in the street of Benin or Lagos, you see crowd on the street. I ask myself, what are these people doing? They don't go to school. They don't go to work. They are just walking on the street. So we have a lot on our plate. We just have a lot on our plate. We pray that we have a decent government coming in and trying sensitizing the situation, entire situation. Thank you very much. It's my own different approach.
All right, thank you for that, Mr. Kennedy. And yes, that's why we are saying how best can we help the Nigerian police? How let's reason together how we can, other ways that this can be combated. Because that interview by the police rep that I watched, by the end of this broadcast, then I'll give my own submission based on findings, research, experiences, and all of that. Mr. Charles, welcome to today's broadcast. How are you doing, sir?
I'm very well.
All right,
Yes,
Mr. Charles.
Mrs. Emma.
Please,
Who is on
thank you
board
very much.
today? Mrs. Emma.
Yes, please.
Good evening from here.
All right.
And
Well,
good evening to
welcome to
all
this
the panelists
broadcast.
and the men that are following you.
All
Yeah,
right, Mr.
can
Charles.
you please
In
give
two
me a brief
minutes.
of
In
because
two
I just
minutes,
came in now.
please. Okay. Okay. So you want a recap?
And can you brief me? Yeah, please.
Okay.
I
Okay,
just came in
we are
now.
talking about the armed robbery, the robbery attacks on Lagos Road, the Lagos Ibadan Express Road. How best can the police? Let's reason bring let's come together and discuss how we can help the Nigerian police combat this um, this thing that is causing a menace in our society, because people are losing things. It's enough stress that people have to wake up as early as 3 4 a.m. just to be out of their house, or not before 5 to boycott traffic. And they have every other thing to think of, and they still have safe journey to think of too, without being robbed and all of that. How can we take these people off the road? What should the Nigerian police do to better save people?
Let's face the reality. Yeah, Nigerian police has nothing to do about this. You can't just fight a society that is hungry. You don't fight it. What are they? What do we expect Nigerian police to do? To be fighting? Everybody is hungry. Everybody needs money. When I go home now, if I travel to Nigeria now, maybe I manage to buy a car. People are looking at me. They want to be like me, and the opportunity is not there. To come to Australia costs a lot of money that many people cannot afford. Most of us who live in overseas, when you travel home, you buy a car, they want to also be like you. The same thing when they see politicians, and the opportunities are not there. The government have frustrated everyone. You see, government, like I always say, government doesn't give 50% job. It is the private sectors that give job. What government do? Create enabling environment for people to invest, that attract investors, give light, good road, let the air, the sea, the land be working, let there be security, and leave the rest for people. When you have not done this, and you want a peaceful society, how can that happen? The only truth about all these things is that Nigerians, we enjoy suffering, and we don't want to do anything about it. Imagine your governor living in affluence, his brother, sister, families living in the affluence, and we were all watching travel for them. Instead of us, go out the streets. How can we have a governor who is doing nothing, who cannot fix roads, give us enable environment to live, to create jobs, to invest, to do business, and they are living in affluence, and we are quiet? There is police number. Even if the Nigeria they employ 1 million police and put them on the street, they can never in any way do anything, because people need to do something. People need job. People want to be engaged in one thing or the other, but they are not seeing it. So there is nothing they can do. They have to go out there and look for what they will eat, even if it means killing, stealing, stepping on people's toe. They will do it as long as there is food on the table. And another thing I want to say is this: most of us, our families also has failed in Nigeria. I don't know whether I'm going to say it is because of poverty. Because as I'm here, I have younger ones whom each time I'm speaking with them, they will tell me, "Hey, brother, I'm tired of this place. Nothing is happening in Nigeria." Sometimes I advise them. I say, "Look here, engage yourself on do something. You have the opportunity. Go and learn trade, any skill. You have people who can help you and establish you. Stop thinking that you can just wake up today and become a billionaire today." These are the things we should teach our people, because many people want to become a millionaire overnight also, and it doesn't work like that. This is the problem. That's why you see people, they are doing yahoo. People are going to ritualists. We have to also teach our people that things doesn't work like that also, but the
All
government
right.
needs to do more.
All right, Mr.
Thank
Charles.
you.
Thank you for your submission. Thank you for that. And this is from Johnson Emmanuel. It says Nigerians have to stop carrying cash along while traveling and even at home as well. That is another way to reduce highway robbery. We have to reduce the way we display cash. I thought that was worthy of note. That's why I read that out. I read that out. Um, and I also think that, I mean, Nigerians in Nigeria, we need to start protecting ourselves. I think we are talking. If we are saying police, everybody should write this, should permit. We are joking with our lives. The Nigeria is not the Nigeria of before. No, it's not. And the stories are underreported. I dare to say they are underreported. The stories of insecurities in the land are underreported. This is not be a good time for limit your idea of fun, of adventure. Nigeria is not where you should explore adventure right now. Try to stay safe. Then reconsider, look out for jobs around your neighborhood. I know not too many, but if we begin to look into that aspect, yes, they might pay little, but we have to now be consider. I know people are basically just living, they're working. I don't know how to put this, but people can barely save as they used to. As you're working month end, the light bill is so outrageous. The food stuff, goodness, people don't can't even save anymore. You're working for I don't, it's pathetic out there. And going to work, you now have to start thinking, either you'll be robbed or you'll be kidnapped. That's too much. If just go to police station, ask if pepper spray is allowed. When I ask my panelists, in practically speaking, I'm expecting someone will say that. They might not allow weapon. Ask if pepper spray, and that's the list. Anybody that comes to you in that 5 seconds that you use your pepper spray, you can run, you can do whatever it is you want to do. Not just being defenseless. You're just there. The police are the police, the military. I mean, we already have it there. We already have it there. I don't know, but let's begin to think of how we can protect our own selves too, and not just waiting for the police. Then when somebody is about to be robbed, they will hit the car in front of them, and they'll come out and cause a scene. Now nobody is coming out of their car. You bash somebody, you hit them in traffic, they lock up. They just lock up because people are protecting themselves. I don't know. That's my own take on that. We move to another topic real quick, but I want to appeal to each and every one of you that is yet to do the needful. Please like this broadcast, share this broadcast, invite someone to this broadcast, and also join the let's let the comment section be engaging. Let's talk, let's reason together. If you have a better idea, if you don't even think it's better, bring it. Let's reason together. Let's see what we can take from this and how best we can protect ourselves, or how we can help the police protect us. It's already too
Sister
much
Emma,
going on. It's already too
Sister
much going
Emma,
on. Yes, yes, brother, nice.
yeah, I want to add something to what you said. You see all those Nigerians that used to spray money and carry bunch of money all over, going to spray money in events. Those things attract crime as well. In a country where people are suffering, when you are doing those things, you are even attracting crime because there are a lot of people who don't have. When they see those things, they feel like they feel like to steal from you because they don't have. They see you carry a bunch of money, going to event and spray it. So those things, Nigeria need to stop all those attitudes. Those attitudes are there to the reason why other African countries hate us. They think it's a part of pride. So Nigerians by now, with the kind of things that is going on in Nigeria, the kind of poverty and all, Nigeria need to stop all those things where they go to invest and spray money. You understand? Because the money is not there. Doing those things for what? You know. So all those
All
things
right.
are adding to the crime in Nigeria. So they
Okay,
should stop
all
it.
right. Thank you for that, brother. Nice. Thank you for that. Okay, now let's talk about this. Wike desperate for alliance with Tinubu wants protection after 2023. Yesterday, while we talked about this, somebody said Wike needs to know what he's doing, and he needs to act fast. I don't know. Somebody said that here yesterday. And with this coming up today, it looks like Wicked really is. I mean, it looks like he's running for skelter. He's looking for where because he knows. I think he knows, like the rest of us, that PDP knows send down one bit and they're only using it. So he wants, assurance. He wants assurance. Yes, he wants assurance. Well, I mean, that's what I could get from this paper. That's my reaction to this. Mr. Let Go, what's your reaction to this?
Thank you, Emma. Thank you again for this wonderful opportunity. Yeah, I would like to use my time because I don't want to comment on Wike issue any longer. I think I'm done with Wike. Anything Wike wants to do is of his own pocket. But one thing I know is that Wike he is trying to make sure that he rendered Amechi irrelevant. in the Nigerian political space. So I don't want to use. I will use my time to comment on the security a little bit. So I will give an life example. Last year, I have this boy. He is 20 years old. He always come to me, help me clean my house, clean the cars, and all these. Then I told him, okay, I will see you through your secondary school, and we did that. Then now, going to the university, he said that he don't want to go to the school because of unemployment and all. I told him, okay, try and learn something. Then he said that he want to learn a weather, right? I told him, okay, I will register you, put you in that program. When you finish, I will say to you, I will open a shop, I will buy any kind of equipment you have for up to 5 years until you stand up, right? So this boy, then he found out where to do it and he called me, he gave me all the estimates. I told him, okay. But you know what this guy told me? He told me that I will rent a flat in the town for him where he will live and he will be going to learn this work from there. I told him, you are learning a work. You are not living by yourself, and I cannot do that. The guy told me that he's not going to do it anymore. Good. So these are typical examples of how bad our youth has become in our country. They don't want to do anything. I remember when I was growing up, my father, my mother, we don't have anything. We are like poorest people. We live in a mud house. But while I'm going to school, I do palm tree. When I come back from school, I have to go to the bush to cut palm fruit for people, and people have to pay me. And I use that money to sponsor my education until I find myself where I am today. But Nigerian youth, they don't want to do, many don't want to do anything any longer. They're just waiting for that money that will drop. That is that is the way insecurity has been eaten in our local areas and in Nigeria. So many people now, many parents now, they don't teach their children anymore. They don't know what to teach their children anymore. So these are things that are contribute to insecurity, and especially lights. We don't have light. Emma, you are using light right now. Imagine if the government trying to provide 50% light to Nigerians, the insecurity have to reduce because people will start developing a product, so many things by themselves.
They
So
engaged in business. That's right. Thank you very much for
yes,
that, Mr.
yes, thank
Lego.
you,
Thank you. I think we
thank
might
you.
have to, infiltrate that into one of our hot topics, maybe sometime next week, of a truth, right? I think even as a family, we are losing values. What are the families doing? What are families doing? Don't people have talks anymore? Don't people honor, respect their parents? And how do they feel having, there's some things, I grew up with that me being here, I can't even do it. I'm not under the surveillance of my father anymore. But it has just become so part of me that I just can't do it. So what's happening? How are people becoming this way? Before it gets to that place where we are blaming the government, let's start from the family unit. None of these people fell from the skies. Well, I know that there are people who are just having the human clothes on as a uniform. But majority of us on here, we are humans. We came from a family, from a small unit. But what are the people doing? Are people giving birth to children they can't even take care of? Our parents, what's happening? Yes, we've come to this place because um, the first set of people to fail are the parents before they to push them on to the government. And if you say the parents fails, if you track them back, I mean, it takes us back to the church. We just have to do better. Okay, Mr. Lego, please don't take us away from our topic. Mr. Machiavelli, do you buy this submission from naysayers that Wike is moving up and down because he's trying to secure pass, secure protection after 2023 election?
Well, thank you very much once again for that question. You see, I spoke about this yesterday. Nigerians, everybody wants to work for their own pocket, and neither for the people they want to serve. You see, we can align with this opposition is another way to confuse the electorate again. He's causing another earthquake in the zone. Wike is trying to make it look as if the party belongs to him. Everybody should bow down before him. But he forgot that we know, because a river does not flow through the forest without bringing down trees. Wike cannot be deceiving Nigerians, and especially people that think like, yes, he is a dogged and rugged. Those are just rubbish, because it's confusing you, because this guy does not care about you. He's using what the taxpayers' money are doing to use it for own personal benefit. This is what he's doing. You cannot be saying you are working for the Nigerians and also trying to make your way up to the top, trying to belittle your party and go and align with other because you want your own his own selfish interest. This is not for the interest of the Nigerians. Anytime, whenever he speaks, he doesn't speak for the benefit of the people. He speaks for the benefit of himself, because he's too proud and he thinks he's the Alpha and Omega. Because something you get there with, you went there through what you call stages. He does not respect that. He talks to anybody he wants to talk to, and he's using it as a political gains. It's a tactics. So anything he's saying, it does not align with anything that has to do with Nigerians at all. Because people are seeing him thinking maybe he's using it. This is a dogged man. Whenever he wants to speak, it's rubbish. Nigerians should wake up. You cannot tell me that you want to inaugurate. So yet the other day, let me give you an example of what this guy is doing. The other day, he told you that what happened that made him silent for the PDP, he is going to reveal it after he inaugurates what he's doing. So he's using that to kind of destabilize the electorate in his zone, because what he wants to do is going to have he's going to be like a power play now. So the APC will come to him and say, we know you now, you can always deliver for us, don't worry. That is why he's bringing the opposition closer to himself, so that the PDP should be worried. It's a strategy. Nigerians should not buy into this nonsense. We are old enough, we are matured enough to know that this thing is just a game, not for the benefit of the people. What I am saying here, that is why I'm telling you, Nigerians, don't buy into this nonsense that this guy is playing. You need to elect a candidate that will work for you. State, local government, or the federal. We don't need all these games, because you can see the way he's using his rhetoric yesterday. It's just actually immature. Do you think it's somebody who is aspiring to? You have to be working for the people, not for yourself. How can you go and align with people, the opposition party, and you want to tell us that he said you are peppering them? You go the pain there, you go the sweet. What kind of nonsense is that? So for me, Nigerians should wake up now that these people does not mean well for you. He's using it as a game to put himself there as the political champion of the PDP, so that they'll come and kneel down and beg him. That is what he's doing. So Nigerians, please wake up. Don't buy into those nonsense he's telling you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Machiavelli. Brother Nice, please give us your submission. Give us your reaction to yes, if you watched the news yesterday, Brother Nice, Mr. Machiavelli just reminded me of his rather childish banter. Brother Nice, what's your reaction to this? You think that he's only okay? What do you think? Let me not put words in your mouth.
Yeah. I think it was yesterday's submission with Naija Watch and Miss Keshi. They still asked me the same question. I told them everything. I told them that this man is confused already. You understand? For him going to opposition to come and inaugurate his project, that man is already confused, because now both sides now he don't have friends anymore. He don't have friends in APC, he don't have friends in PDP, he don't have friends in Labour Party, because he have already insulted everybody. So he's not seeing that he is not alone. So what he's not trying to do now is not trying to reconcile with opposition. That is the most dangerous one so far. It's dangerous move for him to make. So he's not trying to make friends now, because of he's still angry with Atiku, because Atiku have taken that this thing from him, that presidential bike from him. So he's still angry partially with Atiku. So he want to make friends with opposition to make Atiku to try to negotiate with him. You understand? So he's a very trickish politician. That's a Wike. That's the reason why I said that this man he cannot be trusted. Even though he cross carpet tomorrow to this thing to Labour, any obedience should not trust that man because that man can betray us anytime. You understand? We cannot trust that man anymore. Yes, that Wike, the little trust that I have for Wike have already. I don't have that trust for him anymore. I have not seen that this man, if really Wike is fighting for Nigeria, the betterment of Nigeria, Wike should have been in Labour Party by now. I don't know what he's still waiting for. So for Wike to still be in that PDP, trying to make friends with APC, meaning that man is fighting for his own pocket. He's not fighting for any Nigeria.
All right,
for the
brother,
betterment
nice.
of
Thank you for your submission. Thank you. Mr. Kennedy, what's your reaction to this?
Oh, thank you very much. I think, excuse me, Oga Wike is kind of confused, like Brother Nye said. I think he's very confused. I quite sympathize with him. It took him time to make a decision, and it's not very difficult for him to decide. Before I used to say probably he wants to go for Senate. I forgot that the window is already closed. And he's now very afraid. He doesn't know where to go. He's not sure of where he's going after he leaves office. I think he's leaving office next year or thereabout. And he cannot go to Senate because the window is closed. I think so. And he's trying to romance with the APC. He doesn't know. He's not very sure of the party that is going to win the next general election. So he's not sure. He's not sure of what the federal power is going to be next year, and that is why he's confused. You can see that he's losing weight. He doesn't know what to do. I sympathize with him. He's losing weight. Look at when I listened to his inaugural when he was inaugurating his project. I don't know if that is the right language to use. I think it's supposed to be commissioning. He's inviting the whole country to come. You see, in abroad, we never witnessed anything commissioning of projects. So it's very funny what is happening in Africa. The money that is used in those fanfare is enough to make another to commission another project to do other projects. Why bringing even look at he doesn't even speak like a governor. He talks like a baby as they paying them. He go they sweet us all those rubbish.
Yes.
So sometimes we living in civilized countries, we shake our heads when we see what is going on in Africa. You see, what is inauguration? What do you bring in the Lagos State governor? You bring in the former governor of Sokoto State in order to pepper the Tambuwa that betrayed him during the primaries. And you bring in I don't even know what is going on. Why are you bringing these people? The transport fare alone for all these people to converge in River State is enough to tie the East-West road. What is going on? So I don't know what's wrong. I think on a final note, Wike is confused. I sympathize with him. He should quickly, because they are declaring him persona non grata right now. He should quickly decide to go, either to go to Labour Party or to stay in his PDP or to go to APC, wherever he wants to go. But for me, like one of the speakers rightly said, I don't think we should accept him when it comes to when he finally decide to come to Labour Party, because we don't want betrayers here. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Charles, do you also think that Wike is trying to hold grounds for after 2023 elections, or you think that it's just trying to get at his party members?
Thank you very much for having me.
Sorry,
Mr. Charles?
okay, Mr. Charles, keep talking. Please, I muted you. It's not you, Mr. Charles. I'll get to you. Mr. Charles, please go on.
Yeah, like someone said here, we shouldn't be talking about Wike here. I don't know why it has been a topic, because yesterday I made this comment that if he is really serious, he needs to do fast, but bringing it back, because if we can recall, before primaries, don't forget about that. Someone made mention of it. I think that was yesterday. The same thing Atiko did, and Cliff to PDP presidential candidate become a PDP. Wike did the same thing. Wike used state money, state fund to buy all the people in PDP. It's unfortunate Atiku outsmarted him. So even Wike is corrupt. So this guy, I think it shouldn't be a problem. And thank God. Hello,
Please go
hello.
on, Mr. Charles. Please go on.
Yeah, I thank God things are working against him because he was boasting. Hello, can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Mr.
hear
Charles,
you. Carry on.
you
Okay.
probably fix your, yeah, just go on. We can hear you, please.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate that things turns against him because he was going around boasting, making mouth like he owns PDPs in his pocket. All the people he has bought everyone. He even made when he came to Anambra. Imagine he told Anambra why P2B left PDP. He know that he's going to lose. He was boasting of it. So why is he crying? If he want to go to APC, let him make it open. And I think this will be the end of his political career if he is not careful with it. So we shouldn't be talking about Wike here. Wike is like someone says, it's one person. Even if it's a governor, it's one person.
All
He
right.
cannot decide what will happen in River State. For example, in the 2023 is almost there. He will just leave office and become like every other politician in Nigeria. So let's not talk about him. Thank
All
you.
right, Mr. Charles, thank you for your submission. Thank you. All right, to the other Mr. Charles, please unmute yourself and let's have your reaction to this.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. I think Wike is he's confused, so he's trying to play a two-side game. So, but for I believe he wants PDP to lose. So if PDP lose, he will pick the party up from there. So for him now, I think he's trying to see if he can be on APC side a little bit. Like if Tinubu wins, then he can pick up. Then Atiku will go, because Atiku, if PDP lose, he will definitely leave. So he will pick up the party from there, then use it to try and contest next 2027. I think that is what he's trying to do. Because if
All right.
PDP, well, he knows that if PDP wins that election, he's gone, because Okowa will be the champion of that zone. Okowa is vice president, and he doesn't want that. If Wike don't want that Okowa will be vice president, where is Wike now in that region? So Wike is like nobody there again, but the vice president is higher politically. So he's calculating all those things. I think but it's good for Labour Party, because I want the PDP to keep having problems, because the only pathway for Atiku to win this election is the South. If
All
he
right.
gets River State, Delta State, Atiku will be the next president. But I hope we can continue like this. I don't want that problem to settle. I want it to continue like this. So if
All right,
anybody
Mr. Charles.
have salt, keep putting salt on that problem. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Mr. Charles. Thank you to everyone who has been part of this broadcast today. You guys have been amazing. To my amazing panelists, thank you very much. To those in the comment section, thank you very much. Those watching live, thank you very much. How you guys doing? And to those that are watching the replay, hey, I see you. Welcome to the broadcast and thank you for watching. Guys, please let's do the needful by supporting Niger Watch by clicking on the dollar sign to the right in the comment section. Please support us with either super sticker or super chat or even subscribing to our YouTube channel. Please do the needful. Thank you very much. Do not forget to follow the rest of our programs. Monday to Thursday, our discussions 5 p.m. Nigerian time. It's hosted by your favorite girl, Kachi. 6 p.m. every Friday for debates with Mr. Niger himself. Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Nigerian time with me, Ima. And we have the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the chat. So we talk about life issues. Yes, thank you very much. To my panelists, before we give our submission, I'd like to take the Mr. and Mrs. on Vanguard today. No, I will not be putting anybody on a hot spot. Uh, Mrs. says to Mr. Polygamy breeds nothing but trouble. Even the society condemns it. That's from Mrs. to Mr. And Mr. says that's society's opinion. It's sorry. Sorry, please. Sorry, please. Okay, and Mr. says that's society's opinion. Let's carry out our own research. I will get a beautiful, sexy lady with killer curves as my second wife. Let's see where the trouble will come from. Do you guys think there will be any trouble in that regard? Our Mr. and Mrs. series are always fun. Mr.
That
Let Go. Sorry, who's speaking right now? Who's speaking? Who's speaking right now?
I think it's me, Charles.
Okay, let's have it with you. Give a
I
submission
think
as
that will not be problem for Mister. Maybe Mrs. will have the problem
so the problem will be coming from the missus. So are you
from
saying
the
that
Mrs.
are you saying women are the problem, Mr. Charles?
Yeah, in that context now, the problem will come from the Mrs. now. But Mister,
Mr. Charles, be careful of your
yeah,
answer because it just might be used against you very soon. Mr. Charles, give us
no,
your
no,
submission as we've come to the close of today's broadcast.
me.
Yes, Mr. Charles, you.
Okay, no, thank you. Today is my first time joining, so thank you for having me. I'll be
Okay.
joining regular.
Oh, thank you. It's good to have you on today's broadcast. Where are you joining in from?
I'm joining from Austria.
Okay, it's good to have you here. My name is Iman. I host the newspaper review every day, Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time, all through to 11 a.m. Nigerian time. It's good to have you here. Thank you and welcome.
Okay,
Mr.
thank you.
Let
I'll be
Go,
joining.
Yes, Ima.
where do you think the problem will be coming from? From
Ima,
Mr. or from Mrs.?
uh, first of all, I will congratulate you because you are beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. So I think for me, I'm not seeing any problem coming from Mr. and Mrs. if we do
Oh,
the right thing.
really?
Yes,
Okay.
because if we do the right thing, right? First of all, if we don't lie to ourselves. Two, if we put spices, both Mr. and Mrs., if we put the spices, if we work smart, I don't think there there'll be no problem. Although we can have some disadvantages, disagreements, but it will still gonna come back to be peaceful. It's only when we are not doing the right thing. Again, we have choice next year. Like said in a chat that together we can, and I
Yeah.
believe it. If we let if we elect the right candidate, all these things will be put to rest. The Supreme Court judges in Nigeria yesterday said that this is the time again. If we choose a thief, if we make a thief a president again, we can't catch them and we will be more in pain. So let us choose wise. We vote Labour Party. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Lego. And it's good to have you on this broadcast. Thank you. Brother Nice,
Yeah.
you're
Um,
always on the fence. You have to just pick a team today. Is it Mr. or Mrs.? Where would the trouble be coming from?
Sister Ima, your friend is out of prison. Your Buga friend, Chris Daniel.
Brother Nice, let's leave
Say
Kizania
hallelujah
out
to
of this.
that.
Where Brother Nice,
Hallelujah.
you can't be running away from questions like this, Brother Nice. Stop it.
Uh,
So
to be
where would the
frank, I don't
problem be
even
coming
understand.
from,
To
Brother
be frank, I
Nice?
don't even understand. To be frank, I don't even understand that question. That is why I just say something else.
Nice. Give us your submission. We've come to the close of today's broadcast.
But anyway, it's going to be from the women anyway. That's just the truth. That's my
Okay.
submission.
All right. Say something to Nigerians. I'll say
Yeah,
something. I mean, people are dealing with, the traffic robbery and all that. It's tough on Lagosians. It's tough on Nigerians living in Nigeria, I tell you.
yeah. Let them defend themselves. Very simple. As you said before, defend yourself. Pepper spray. If you are women, if you are man, carry this bet. If you feel catch one of those thieves, tie their neck, tie them put for ground, call police for them. So anyone way if you do, that's the only way. Before they
All
kill
right,
you,
brother
kill
nice.
them first. That's all.
All right, brother nice. Have an amazing, amazing day, brother nice. Thank you for being on this broadcast, Mr. Kennedy.
Yes, thank you. Are we talking of polygamy? Please,
Mr. Kennedy,
can you rephrase?
where would the problem be coming from Mr. or from Mrs.?
In what sense, please? I want to be sure of what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay. So Mrs. says to Mr. that she heard that polygamy is such a problem, a trouble, and that it shouldn't even be considered. It shouldn't be a thing. And then Mr. goes on ahead to say that that is other people's opinion. That let's try this. Let's do our own research before we conclude on the matter. He wants to go ahead and marry a beautiful, sexy lady with killer curves, and he's saying, let's see where the problem will come from. So, where do you think the problem will be coming from?
Ah, now wow, it's not easy. Oh. Polygamy worked in those days. These days, it's no longer working. Those days when the low educational prospect, polygamy was working because women were oppressing the ladies. And now the ladies they are exposed, they are educated, they cannot be oppressed anymore. That's why polygamy will not be working. The problem will definitely be coming from the men because it is with the men that want to practice polygamy, want to get somebody else. So, and nobody, no woman is going to be ready to take that from any man. You having affair with another woman or bringing another woman to the home. It's not going to be easy. So definitely the problem will be coming from the man, and I wouldn't like to blame God, but it's because of the way God wired men. Because that's a topic for another day. So
Indeed, it is a topic for another
yeah,
day,
topic for
Mr.
another day.
Kennedy. But you need to
Thank you.
say something to Nigerians living in Nigeria with this wake of traffic robbery. How should they go about it?
Yes, traffic robbery. I'm not supporting it, but I'm not sure it will go away. And if you look at the intricacies, if you go deeply into the law, you find that even pepper sprays are supposed to be against the law because they are considered as weapons when you use it against innocent people. So I don't know. It's neither. I'm not a security expert, but I will encourage the government to create more jobs for the entire citizenry, so that crimes will be reduced drastically. But
All right.
before creating these jobs, I think we should sensitize our people to please do the needful, do whatever is possible for them to put food on their various tables, so that they will not get themselves involved in crimes and criminalities. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Kennedy, I wish you continue to enjoy the rest of your day and have a good one. Thank you for joining today's
I'm
podcast.
going to work right now. Always working.
Okay, have a productive day, Mr. Kennedy.
Thank you
And
very
I
much.
hope to
God
be in
bless you.
Japan soon, and I hope to get hosted by you at your place of work. Thank you, Mr.
Let
Kennedy.
me let me know when you're coming.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Charles, what's your take on our
Polygamy.
Mr. and Mrs.? Where would the problem be coming from?
Well, we are living in a civilized society now. If it was before, during the time of our fathers, eh, it will not be a problem. But now, no one wants to share his kingdom. Everybody wants to be a king. No one wants to share his kingdom anymore. But men, it's not our fault that it is like that. It's God that put men is just polygamy in nature. So men, it takes the grace of God. Except you are a born again Christian, take the grace of God for a man to cleave to only one woman. But but if eventually it happens, honestly, women they can't. It will be hard for them to agree because the first one will always fight for her right. I want to be in charge. And the second one will as well do the same. So there will be always a problem. So because of that, because many men cannot, they cannot bear it. So it's better you remain with one because one is not even enough. One is not even easy. Talk of when you
But Mr. Charles, when you say she would want to fight for her rights, you mean she would want to fight for the attention of her husband, which every woman needs. Every woman thrives on the attention of, especially of the man that she truly adores and loves. So yes, of course, there'll be a contention in there because you cannot divide yourself.
yes, she will always fight for that. So imagine you have been it has been only you.
So,
Eh? All of a
Mr. Charles,
sudden,
so where will the problem be coming from the man or from the woman?
honestly, for a man to make that step, eh, you are inviting trouble because
All
that step
right.
alone itself is trouble.
All right, Mr. Charles.
When
What do you have to say to Nigerians living in Nigeria right now with everything that is happening?
Nigerians living in Nigeria, honestly, all my prayer every day about Nigeria is let there be election in Nigeria because with what is happening in Nigeria, I am afraid. But my prayer for Nigeria is let there be election. And Nigerians, let them not sell their vote for peanuts. Let them not sell their future. Let them realize that 10,000 naira is nothing to be compared. It can never be compared with 4 years. 4 years is too long to be given 10,000 naira, 20,000, even 100,000. 4 years, 8 years is too long to bear. You will finish it and you will come back. And these people doesn't care about you. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles. It's good to have you on to this broadcast. I do look forward to having you here tomorrow. So also my other panelists. Please let's keep to the time tomorrow, 10 a.m. Nigerian time. The chat would not be happening today, I suppose, but we'll be moving on to Friday. So I'll see you on Friday on the chat. But do not forget to join us 5 p.m. today on our discussion. Tomorrow, newspaper review continues. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Nigerians in Nigeria, all over the world, please be safe. Be safe. Pay attention to security news. Be very vigilant. Pay attention to your environment. Do the needful. And to each and every one of you watching me right now, try and be kind. Be kind today. Be kind to someone today. Be very very kind to someone. Do something for someone without expecting a reward. Put smiles on someone's face. It never costs so much to do that. And yes, thank you to you people that asked for this. I'm saying this again. That asked for my details, my Instagram details. I'll have that maybe tomorrow. I'll have that here. Thank you to everyone on the comment section. You guys are amazing. Have a good day. Have a better day. This is a midweek already, so we are getting ready for the weekend, guys. Roll your sleeves and get ready for the weekend because it's upon us in a matter of days. Thank you for tuning in today. God bless you. God bless you. I appreciate and I love each and every one of you. Bye for now.